Watcher everyone, and welcome back to the Zeusdaz Unemulated Retro Game Channel. I go by the name of Zeus, and we have another shit game time video review on the ZX Spectrum this time. And we're going to do the Codemasters game Twin Turbo V8. Now this was requested by, I can't believe this is real, but don't shoot me. I'm going to get a load of flack in the comments here, so I hope you got the balls. All the tits, it depends whatever, you know, what sex you are, to come forward and comment on this video, but it says I want to be known as I Hate CPC Games. I'm not making this up. So is that your YouTube name or your private name? I don't know, but anyway, I Hate CPC Games, I assume you mean the Amstrad, has requested me to do Twin Turbo on the ZX Spectrum. This came out on the Amstrad as well. Let's see who published this. Yeah, obviously it's Codemasters, I've just said that. So who was it programmed by? It's coded by Ian Dunlop Tyres. Game designed by Ken Murphy. Graphics by Mark Christie. And music and sound effects by Lyndon Sharp. Now it has got a very nice little 128k tune. I don't think you're going to hear that because I'm using the 128k toast rack, and with my commentary EAY is always more silenter, that's a word, than the beeper. But anyway, it has got a quite nice tune. And the rest, so that's 4 on director. Do we need to know that? Director Tim Miller, production Mike Clark, Stu Regan, design and artwork Nigel Fletcher, cover illustration Gavin McCann. We don't need to know all that, but you've definitely got at least 4 people working on the actual game. Now let's see what it says in the instructions. Now this does make me laugh. This is a typical example of a software company blowing their own trumpet and totally disillusional to real life and having their whole head up their anus sockets, because it states here Twin Turbo V7. That's funny, I thought the game was V8, but according to the instructions it says V7. Is just so playable, just like driving a real high performance car. You'll need to concentrate hard as you come up fast behind traffic, race over the brows of hills not knowing what lies beyond, and hurtle around in blind bends. Lightning fast reflexes and calm, cool confidence are the name of the game. What a fucking joke! Right, let's have a look. That's the sort of thing fucking US Gold would come up with. Anyway, let's have a look. Right, yeah, here we go. What a joke. Right, here we go. And look at how stagnant this car looks. I mean, that really is Lego material here. We go low, 100 miles an hour, then we just whip into a second. That engine noise is terrible. And this came out in 1989. Okay, it's a budget title, so what was that? $1.99 Codemasters game? Maybe it was $2.99 by the time 91 came around. Oh, and you got a bright red. I mean, this literally, is this a beta version of Outrun on the ZX Spectrum? I mean, the bloody game engine looks the same, doesn't it? It moves the same. That's supposed to be 248 miles per hour. Maybe that's supposed to be 2.48 miles an hour. Oh, look at that. Oh my god, it's just so... Oh. Ugh. Now, I've not really played this before. I certainly didn't know about it back in the day. Wasn't a real Codemasters fan, to be honest with you. They did some good games that I quite liked, but they weren't foremost on my list of games that I liked that they did. But oh, look at this. Oh, really? Really? So you got low and high, and yes, they choose a Ferrari, which obviously looks like a Testarossa from the rear end. Ugh, that's just horrible. It's such a stagnant car. It's just a big brick that's been placed there. And yet all the other, I'm in low, all the other cars are completely wire framed. Look at that. Doesn't that remind you of the opening of Outrun on the Spectrum? It's horrible. And this came out 2 years after. 5 stages as well, but you don't choose which route to take. I don't know if I'm going to make this because I've crashed twice. So we'll have another few more goes. Oh, there it is, and you do get a little bit more time, but there's the... Yeah, didn't make it. Game over, yeah, whatever. Right, let's try again. Ugh, see what they're trying to do there. That reminds me of, I think, Continental Circus did that, where it moved into the starting position. Ugh. So how come everything's all green and wireframed and I'm controlling a great big fucking masonry brick? Ugh. It moves sort of half a frame every time you press the button. Ugh. God, look at that. Ugh. And the bridges apparently are see-through on the outside. Oh, piss off. Look at that, it's completely cutted me up. Come on, high gear. If there's any fucking difference. Oh, it's so empty as well, isn't it? Very plain. Look at that. Come on. Look at these dots. It looks like I'm on an aeroplane runway or something. And the engine noise, seriously. Sounds like someone filling up a pint of lager. As it fills up with the drops. I mean, yeah, $1.99, $2.99, but even so, ugh. I can't believe if that really is your YouTube name. But you've got to come forward and comment, because I'll be damned if I'm going to get all the flack from flipping CPC lovers, because you go by that name. Nonetheless, you've picked a Spectrum game, which is, yeah, I expected with a name like that, you'd be picking an Amstrad game. So they were definitely going to do the first stage this time. Look at that, 248 miles an hour my arse. So we've got a cyan stage now. Oh, bloody hell, where's the road go? Christ, what happened there? Move. It was all over the shop then. So I guess it needs the trees. What's left of it? God, it looks like a type-in program. Ugh, look at this. Budget price or not, that is horrible. Just got through there. Oh, that was a big blocky pit of graphic around my car. Shall I say masonry brick? The roof completely disappeared then. Oh, seriously, did any of you really enjoy playing this? And if so, why? I mean, by 1987, we were seriously taking the piss out of things like checkered flag on the Spectrum. But I'll tell you something. Even I have to admit, that's a masterclass piece of coding for 1983, checkered flag. It's only when you grow up and you realise how, and you respect how good that game is. But this, ugh, look, I have no idea where I'm going here. Where am I? Oh. Look, I just can't. This is terrible. Where are you going? God, that was awful. I don't think I'm going to make this stage now because of all that. Another horrible, ugly bridge. Plain as anything. Terrible. Oh, I can do 252 mile an hour now. The bloody timers are very, yeah, the amount of time you get is very strict. Ugh. Alright, one more go. Ugh. Awful. Awful. Right. Okay, I like the lights at the sides as you get going. And I've seen the long play of the game. I certainly ain't gonna long play this crap. But when you pass the last checkpoint, when you complete the game, you get 2 sort of champagne bottles explode on each side, which that's quite nice. Look, you're just controlling a state. Oh, fuck off! A stationary masonry brick. Ugh. God, it's just so plain. How come I'm getting all these cars? I'm going over here. Get around you that way. Thank you. They're all blocking me. I'm getting a lot of traffic this time round. Oh, look at that. Come on. Cutting me up left, right and centre on the second go. No. Ooh, just missed that. Where is the checkpoint? It's got to be up here somewhere. 252 mile an hour. So that's your top speed. Now, either those lampposts are a quarter of a mile apart from each other, or I've got a feeling this is not really 250 odd miles an hour, is it? Get between those two? Yep. Look at this fat, ugly car. Fuck me. Oh, I went right through that lamppost. I've got a shitload of time this time. Stage 2. What the fuck hit me there? Absolute bollocks that was. Why am I moving? Come on, get going. Lost a fucking load of time on that because of that. Don't even know where I'm going. Ugh. This is... Budget or not, this is awful. Look at this. I have no idea where I am. There we go. Straight into a fucking a straw. A novelty straw. Well, I'm definitely going to get past this level now. It's not the crashing so much, it's the getting going again. Ugh. Look, it just sends you off the complete. The roads are not even in line. Stay straight, screw it. There we go, stay straight. Where am I? Oh boy, oh this section again, where you can't see the fucking clue what you're doing here. This bit reminds me of Power Drift. Bloody poles all over the place. I got it through it that time, that's alright, and I got through it that time. Another invisible bridge. Bridge that does not exist. So you move along in chunks. Blimey. Well, you did pick a good one here, I've got to say, because, yeah, I'm not convinced that this is any good. Don't fall... Oh, I'm going to get stage 3. What colour's this then? See, look how choppy that is. That's slow. Oh, okay, it's a snowy level. What am I... All those things above, are that, am I in a tunnel or something? That's supposed to represent a tunnel. And what have I hit? No idea. It's just so bland. I must be in... Fuck off! I must be in Greenland. Or somewhere. Seriously, boys, you couldn't think of a better engine sound than that. It's just terrible. Ugh. Oh no, more of these bridges. Oh, okay, I'm not going through them. Alright. Just keep on the road. And keep on the road, son. A lot of traffic here. Anyone cut in front of me like they do in most driving bloody games? What is that mess? What is that? Are we actually in a tunnel or something? Because what is those blocks at the top? They're supposed to be road signs. There's a fucking lot of road signs. There we go, yeah. I can't see where I'm going. away, get away, get off me. He cut right in front of me, the bastard. Look at that. You fucking wanker. He was cutting right into me all the time. Well, I ain't playing that again. Oh my word. What can I say? I've never heard of this game, and I'm glad I didn't. I mean, 1989, I know it's a budget title, but why would you've just bought or copied on the school playground Outrun on the ZX Spectrum for probably, what was it, $8.99 or $7.95 or whatever it was back then. Why would you go and even spend a couple of pounds and be reminded how bad a driving game can be on the ZX Spectrum? There's far fucking better driving games on the ZX Spectrum. My God, you know, where do I start? Chevy Chase, Miami Cobra GT, Chase HQ, Enduro Racer. It's probably more WEC Le Mans. Oh, why? This is awful. And I have to say, coming from a Spectrum fan, an Amiga fan, what have you, if I had to have a gun pointed to my head, then, and you wanted to play this, yeah, go and play the CPC version. It is better, and there's this night stage on that as well, which I quite like. It's better than this. It's still not good, but it's better than this. This is terrible. You're just driving a great big bloody masonry brick against a plain background, slow as anything. And apparently you're doing 250 mile an hour, and Testarossas could never go that fast. They clocked in about 179 back then. Thank you very much. So unless you've had a really souped up one, it's crap, even for a budget title. So yes, this is not very good at all, is it? So what am I going to give this on the shitometer? Well, I hate Amstrad, or I hate CPC Games, whatever your name is. Yeah, what can I give this? It's a budget title, okay. Apart from that, the rest is shit. Oh, and it's got a nice 128k sound and a tiny bit of sampled voice that says the name of the game, which is usually what Codemasters did. But most of their stuff was all... You couldn't understand a fucking word. It was so badly sampled. Yeah, I'm going to give that a 84 shits. I'm not going to play this again. I'm not going to long play it. It's awful. I mean, I've seen... It's almost on the verge of a typing game. And I'm not joking. I don't think this is good at all. I can't say how anybody can justify this shit, even for a budget price. £2.99, and this is 1989. Think of the games we were having back then on the 8-bits. Some classy stuff. Why do you want to play this shit? It's terrible. Anyway, there you go. That's what I'm going to give it on the shitometer on this edition of Shit Game Time. So thank you very much again for your pick, Mr. I Hate CPC Games, whatever your real name is. Thank you very much for joining me on this edition of Shit Game Time. If you would like to place a request for a shit game, then please do so. The video will pop up in a minute in the top left hand corner, along with 3 other random Shit Game Time videos for you to enjoy. In closing, yes, if you want to play this game, play on the Amstrad. It's much better. With that in mind, see you all next time. Zeus, out of Plopsville.